Hi folks, Scott Review Guys. Now listen, I've been away, and I know, and I'm sorry. The computer got another virus, or the same, a cousin of the same virus. I don't know. So it's away being repaired. I swear, I was doing nothing wrong. Even but computer's getting fixed. It will be hopefully soon that I get up and running again. But I'm making this video. I'm recording it now because I had an exciting night last night. Here's what happened. I got to be an usher at a TNA House Show. I work for a company that does crowd management, is what they like to say, which is at an arena. So we do like ushering and I guess mild security type work, and taking tickets and all kinds. Anything that you see a person. We wear these nifty bright yellow windbreakers. That's impressive. And so anyway, I knew TNA was coming. I finagled my way into an ushering job. Now some of the ushers sat with their backs to the ring watching a crowd doing one of these. Not me. I was in the back of the house, if you will. And I got a bird's eye view of everything. I got to be in there before the crowd while let's just talk about what happened. The evening began. We went in to mark the seats, the floor seats. Normally, like our arena, I think will hold, if there's a concert where the entire floor is open, I think it holds like 10,000, 12,000, something like that. When the WWE comes, the ring is right in the center of the floor. Floor seats all around the floor, and then the bowl is open. Well, TNA, they put a curtain up bisecting the arena. So in the open half of the floor, right in the center, was the ring, floor seats all around, and then that half of the bowl. Smart, I thought, because I figured they weren't going to be expecting a huge crowd. They still left themselves a lot of seats to fill, but at the same time, it kind of made everything a little more intimate. It brought everybody closer together. Instead of having a few people scattered over a big building, few people, the people were compressed. I thought that was smart. So I walk in, as I'm going to mark the seats. There's a merchandise stand over in the corner on the floor, manned by, who? Don West. Don West is their merchandise hawker, and he had a little microphone and he was saying, "Okay, everybody, you can come and buy a brand new t-shirt. Oh, we got a great t-shirt." It's my impression of Don West. It's not very good, but it's probably pretty good in the grand scheme of things. But as we're sitting there, so I see there's a table at ringside where I guess the timekeeper is and everything, but there's Jeremy Borash sitting there on his computer doing whatever. Doing what I did to get the virus. Yeah. And Desmond Wolfe is lolling about in the ring, probably stretching, but it kind of looked like lolling. So we mark the seats. When we finally take our positions, more wrestlers have crowded in. Elijah Burke shows up, AJ Styles, Robert Roode. The Motor City Machine Guns and the Generation Me guys are in the ring. Everybody else they're throwing a football around. And there's music playing. It's kind of fun, football. And I was hoping they wouldn't throw the football to me because I would have had to throw it back, and I don't really know how to throw a football. I'm really pathetic. But that probably doesn't come as a surprise. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, so the Motor City Machine Guns, ooh, watch it, and Generation Me, they're working out what they're going to do, walking through things, talking things out. That was really neat to see because I always kind of wondered if that happened and how it worked, and I got to see it. So open the doors. Okay, everybody, doors. Everybody goes, whoa, out the. Everybody goes out of the arena. I am standing by the black curtain that bisects the arena, right where there's an opening, right? And I'm keeping people from going back who don't need to go back. Fans, in other words. So as the people file in, Don West, "Hey, everybody, come on, buy a t-shirt. Again, an award-winning Don West impression. Anyway, Kevin Nash is at the merchandise stand signing autographs. Of course, you had to buy a picture or a program. He wouldn't just sign anything. You had to buy the thing he would sign, but fair enough. Show starts. Jeremy... Now, see, there was kind of a fan interaction. It almost felt more hands-on than the WWE shows, which are just kind of set up, do the show, that's it. And that makes sense because TNA is going to have a smaller crowd, and they probably need to build a relationship with people, and so they have the luxury of being a little more hands-on. So like I said, the autographs, there was more autographs and intermission at the end of the show. Jeremy Borash comes to the ring and says, if you're the loudest fan, we've got backstage passes for her. And they gave away tons of backstage passes for loud people. And they were sending them back during parts of the show. Okay, if you have backstage pass, come on by. That's my Jeremy Borash. And actually, it was funny. It began, he said, we have lots of backstage passes. And then out comes this guy who I'd actually been chatting with. He's I don't know what he is, somebody official. And he comes running out to the ring yelling, pointing to the guys at the table, pointing at Borash, yelling at him. And I'm thinking, that guy's a jerk. It turns out, Borash looks at him and goes, ladies and gentlemen, I've just been told that AJ Styles says that nobody can go backstage. And everybody boos, and I said, I get it now. I get it. Kayfabe. And so, but they finally let people go back, gave out these passes to the people who yelled, so it really made the crowd excited. And like I said, you got the feeling that, hey, I might get to go back. The show begins, let's see, first match, Motor City Machine Guns, Generation Me. Actually kind of a slow match. Not a really, exciting match. Some people even chanted boring. First night of the match, match of the night, people are saying boring. But I gotta say, the Generation Me, while I like them, and while they're good in the ring, and while they seem likable enough, not a whole lot of charisma, not a whole lot of personality. And so... yeah, so until they hit their big moves close to the end of the match, it was just kind of slow going. Unfortunately. Let's see, then we had... it really lit up when Daphne and Tara came out. Bang. People loved it. People on fire. Then, as I said, I'd seen so many of the wrestlers. I thought I'd seen everybody there was. Desmond Wolfe comes out, and I'm thinking, okay, they're going to put Pope in there with him. And who was his opponent? Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, Jeff Jarrett was there. I was excited. I thought, wow, this is pretty good. And exciting. People love that Jeff Jarrett fellow. Kevin Nash and Eric Young. Eric Young, very tiny, but very stocky. I think he probably, he's much more muscular than he looks on TV. On TV, I would have thought he was just a little guy. His legs are like that big around. That big. I went up to him and put my hands around his legs, and then he kicked me, which is par for the course. I should have. Beer Money Incorporated, they came back and said, we got 2 backstage passes right here, and everybody went, yay, and he said, but wait here, the people in Pensacola are a bunch of fat chicks and retards. Because again, I thought when they came out, got passes, I thought, I thought you guys turned heel. Then they turned heel, so there was that. People loved their Kevin Nash. I think Kevin Nash is a lumbering oaf. I was watching him thinking, okay, number one, fella, with all due respect, of course. Number one, you're hardly doing anything, and number two, why are you so damn tired? That's all I want to know. He just was he looked like he was about to die, but he was just barely doing anything. He's just standing. Homicide versus Dave Wilson, is that the British guy? Christopher Daniels was one. Then Pope and AJ Styles was the final match, and I thought, how is this a TNA show if there's no run-in? Well, it turns out there was a run-in. Wolf comes in and messes things up. the referee gets knocked out. Then Wolf comes in, does something or other. Jarrett comes in after Wolf. Turns out the Pope gets pinned, and AJ retains. And then all of the faces come out and signing autographs for people. So it was a I would have been very happy if I were a TNA fan. In fact, I would have been happy just period. I thought it was a nice night. I thought that the people, everybody just came off very well. It just is very, very likable. Everything was very likable. I just liked it. and like I said, personable as well. But we'll get back to you very soon. I can't wait. We need to talk about WWE. We need to. Because a lot of fun stuff has been happening. The Bret Hart stuff and all. Exciting. WrestleMania not very far away. I'm gonna have to give my picks because I think I've got most of it figured out. But we'll talk to you very soon. And thank you for hanging in there. And adios.